Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. We're going to get straight into a video very shortly, but it's the body of Celestie Rivers Hernandez, a 14-year-old girl who went missing in 2024, was found dead in a Tesla registered to Berg. The car had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills and was found by police at an impound lot on September the 8th. Following the discovery, Berg's planned tour dates and the deluxe edition of his album were cancelled. The Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, has served a search warrant at a property previously occupied by Berg as of October 2025. No arrests have been made. An official cause of death has not been determined, and the police are still investigating that. The investigation remains ongoing, and Berg has reportedly cooperated with the authorities. He is currently represented by a high-profile criminal defense attorney. And so, obviously, d4vd, he was a YouTuber, content curator, then he went on to be a singer-songwriter, and he's quite famous and was very popular in 2022 on TikTok, and he's known for his emotional blend of bedroom pop, R&B, and alt rock as well. So, you know, he's done quite well. He's pretty talented in his own way there. But like I said, it is very, very odd in what happened to her, and nobody's telling us the full story. We're going to move on to a video, and it is her school teacher who was talking about it, and a pupil recorded it. And it is interesting in what he had to say. Let's get straight into that. This is True Geordie talking about missing teen found dead in singer d4vd's cars, disturbing new details. And this video is on there of the school teacher talking, obviously, about Hernandez. Let's get straight into this.
But equally, that doesn't mean that they should take any responsibility for the fact that someone did this to her. And after she was identified as the body, one of her school teachers went on a bit of a rant about it in the classroom, and a kid in the classroom secretly recorded what he had to say about it.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was
this? We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, and it was this rapper. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
Wow, I didn't realise she was cut into pieces. Is that what he said? That's what I thought he said. That is bizarre.
I really appreciate the kid who secretly recorded that. That was legendary work, by the way. And the teacher seems to be trying to make a point of social media being the devil, right? It's a dangerous fucking tool for kids out there.
So you could tell that school teacher was very, very worried about Celestie in the way she was running away from home and her problems. And he definitely, though he didn't see it to the pupils, he definitely was, in some ways, looking at that rapper in d4vd as basically maybe being a bit of a shady character, or that was one of the reasons why she was skipping school, because she wanted to see him. Let me know your viewpoints, people, because this is some interesting information just come out today.
Coming out about David and Celeste Hernandez. Just now been reported by TMZ. They got a hold of documents that show that David put 2 residents that he owns in Houston, Texas, in his mother's name. TMZ is saying that these documents show that David made these changes of putting these homes in his mother's name on September 18th and September 22nd. Which does leave a lot of speculation into why David is putting these homes in his mother's name after his house was raided in LA on September 17th, just the day before. TMZ was also able to confirm that one of these homes that David did switch out of his name, the parents and his family already lived in, because this is where the police came for a swatting call the same day that David transferred one of these properties out of his name. And when you pair this information with the fact that David has hired a high-powered attorney that has worked with big people like Harvey Weinstein and more, it really has people wondering exactly why he would do this. And ultimately, this is going to leave us with more questions than it is answers, at least right now. All know that there is a potential for multiple crimes when it comes to Celeste Hernandez. If David was in fact romantically involved with Celeste Hernandez, that would be breaking a law because she was a minor. And we have the fact, if it comes out that Celeste Hernandez was actually unalived by somebody, that is a separate crime as well. Also have to remember, if it comes out from Celeste's autopsy report that an accident of any kind happened, let's say natural causes, let's say an OD, anything like that, and she passed away naturally and it wasn't somebody actually unaliving her, they still concealed her body. And let's say we actually figured out that she was dismembered when they were concealing this body. Well, dismemberment is actually a whole separate charge from concealing a body. So as you can see, there is a big potential for there to be multiple crimes no matter how you look at it. We can't ultimately say that we know why David is moving like this, but it is safe to assume the reasons why he could be moving the way he is moving is because he feels like something is about to go down and he is going to be a suspect when it comes to something over Celeste Rivas Hernandez. You guys know I am still watching this case very, very closely, and if I see any big updates, I'll let you guys know. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Great information there. Someone said in the chat it's because he's going to jail, so his assets are secure. Don't Teslas have cameras? You would have thought so, because I've heard a lot of conversation about this. They were turned off, obviously. So he's a part of the Illuminati. I don't know anything about that. I know about the Illuminati, but I didn't know he was actually a part of it. But like I said, some of his music is quite strange lately. The story keeps him up at night. Justice for Celestie. Yeah, very much true. It could also be so his record label can take his properties to recoup some of their money. Just a thought. I don't know. He's obviously protecting something what he's got. She and her family need justice. She was never dismembered. But why did the school teacher, where did he get that from? She said if it comes out, and let's say we actually figure it out, it's all ifs right now. I understand, but it has been confirmed she was not dismembered. They did severely decompose. They said that she was severely decomposed, and some started running with dismembered. Them saying severely decomposed doesn't mean she was dismembered. Two things can be true, and they could be choosing not to release what they don't want to be confirmed to the public. It seems like to me David may be worried about that something may come out which could convict him. He's got a great lawyer, one of the best lawyers in his area, to help him out. You hope he's not involved at the end of the day, that you don't want another sort of star in the making. You know, he's done well for himself. He's obviously making a lot of money. But like I said, I mean, it's a crime itself if he was having relations with this underage girl and kept her a secret. It's no lie that there's conversations and him with her on TikTok and other formats, which some of them are hidden. Do you know what I mean? Which is a little bit weird. And it seems to be he kept her a little bit of a secret because of her age, even though she's, a young teenage girl. She does look a bit older, but that's still no excuse to, ever. Is that one of the reasons why she was actually running away as well? Because to see him on the sly at the end of the day, because it seems like to me, since he's been involved in her life, she seemed to be acting up as young people do sometimes. But it is odd. Maybe, like I said, he wasn't a very good, how can I say, older person for her at that time. At the end of the day, she should be concentrating on her schooling and growing up. And like I said, he should be moving with people his own age, because what is he now, 20, 21? It's very, very odd in that connection he had with her, but I don't think it was good, and I don't think he wants it to come out. Let me know what you think, people. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Thank you very much indeed.